My name is Penny Wilkinson, and I am excited to be able to apply for an ADM grant in the focus area of Do, Mercy and Justice. My background over the last 13 years as a leader in addiction recovery ministry has made me aware of the desperate need for an effective model for addiction recovery. Currently, I lead addiction groups at Northside Psychiatric Hospital and I see clients individually in my counselling practice. I have a master's degree and I am clinical level registered counsellor and an internationally recognised somatic therapist. It is my privilege to apply all my experience and training specifically to those suffering addiction. My project is called The Overcomer's Place, and it aims to break the cycle of addiction in individuals' and families' lives. It is a free, structured day program for all addictions using a group therapy model. Our goal is to have up to 2 specialist counsellors at each of its daily groups for up to 25 clients. The funding for 1 counsellor has been supplied by our initial fundraising, and this ADM grant would be fully applied to paying for the second group counsellor. I have identified someone who is a specialist in addiction group work and individual trauma counselling. She has a strong Christian faith which, like me, drives and sustains her in this demanding area of service in the kingdom. By tackling addiction in this way, we aim to relieve the untold distress and poverty, particularly for women and children. The statistics are horrendous. Every 90 minutes, someone dies from an alcohol-related illness, leaving many orphans and widows in pain. And as a recovered Christian woman myself, I cannot ignore these statistics when I do know a way out. Christ looked at every broken human with compassion. In our community, it is hard to look at the addict with compassion. The bewilderment of why they do what they do is baffling to the outsider. Addiction is a complex mental illness that requires specialised services. Today, it's often easier to get scripts rather than much needed specialised counselling support. Personally, I have overcome my own addiction. This new service model is designed to create a caring, connected community for those overcoming addiction to also find their way out. A previous ADM grant enabled the Overcomer's Place to be established as a registered charity with tax-deductible status and a strong independent board of directors. Around me is an experienced advisory team, and together we have created a program based on a successful model from the UK where 98% of their clients are able to overcome. They get their lives back, and so do their families. The Overcomer's Place now owns a suitable property, and excitingly, our closest neighbour is a strong Christian church who will be partnering in the gospel with us, as each of our clients will be introduced to finding God through our program. This is a primary goal for recovery from addiction in our unique model. I would be very grateful for ADM support in this next step in ministering to those who are suffering addiction.